So I thought I'd do my skates setup, and this is my derby skates. I skate in Solaris boots that I had color labbed, and I then used tough toe because I refused to use duct tape after a while. Theoretically, I try not to fall, but we skate on brushed concrete, and plus it's derby, so I'm gonna fall. As you can see, I have road rash on here, so these were color labbed to blue on one side and green on the other, which is my favorite color. One thing I really liked about the Solaris boot is that the V-strap that they have here, so you don't have to do any kind of heel lock lacing technique. So when it pulls here, it pulls to the back and pulls it around your foot. I had a huge issue in my old skates that they were too loose, so in the ankle, so I had a heel lock lacing technique, and this one seemed really cool. So technically my loving husband ordered these for me the first year we were married. It was my birthday slash Valentine's Day present, and it was a lot of money, but I only needed the boot and the plate. And the plate I ended up getting was the Pilot Falcons. It was like the very last green plate I could find anywhere, and it happened to be a 6.5, which is a very full mount for this skate. As you can see, it goes completely heel to toe. Boop, boop. And for derby, I use very big toe stops. I am a bigger skater, so I like the stability of the super balls. So my plate that I had before in my last derby setup was the Avenger, and the biggest problem I had was I'm not an agile skater, so it tended to throw me up on my toes, and I tend to balance back on my heels a lot more, especially trying to be stable while trying to hit people or having people hit me. I'm a blocker. I do not jam if I can help it. So I found that this helped me a lot with keeping my stability and being able to hit people. One thing I was trying to work with when we still had the 27 and 5 requirements, I wasn't leaning very far into my turns. Again, not a fast skater. So I did these are two different hardnesses. I think this is the Bionic, and that's the Atom. I can't remember. It's like soft, medium soft, or medium soft, soft. I can't remember. To be honest, it's been a while. I also had switched over to Corey Scott wheels. These are his Wickeds. Yeah, Wickeds. I keep forgetting. I sometimes get confused between these and Enforcers, but my last wheels, the first Scotts that I owned, were actually super Enforcers, but the wheels were just a little too wide, and again, trying to cut on the track, which I'm not very quick about, I needed something narrower. So these are a set of Wicked Scots, as they call them, that I had ordered his entire stock for these, because he had just made them. These are 92s, which he doesn't typically make 92s. Anybody that's not familiar with Scott Corey wheels, he hand pours the urethane for these and gets these hubs machined. There is another person that why am I blanking on his name? JB. Anyway, him and Heebie-Jeebie also work on making these hubs, but they tend to be in some cases they use micro bearings, the Bont micro bearings. That's mostly for Bont builds and Heebie-Jeebies. These hubs and the ones that JB does are regular size bearings. But anyway, I use these are 8-ball Qube 8-ball bearings, which have 8 ball bearings instead of the typical 7. I've also tried Swiss 6. I did not like the 6 bearings. I think with my weight, the aluminum hubs and the 8-ball bearings help distribute and make me a little faster. Again, not super fast because I'm not a fast person, but this very much helps with my speed and any kind of motion that I'm trying to get on the track. My biggest complaint with the boot is I have a problem where the toe box is a little short in the front, so I had stuck a golf ball in here for like 2 weeks to help stretch it up. So it would sit on my toe. And what typically happens, I have funky feet, so my feet swell in the first hour of me doing roller derby, and I have to take my skates off, put them back on, take them off, and then they tend to like kind of balance out by the last half of roller derby practice. But I've even had Riedell do a push out on the inside. You can see here they did that for me at RollerCon last year. It didn't really help. I had the lacing right here to help because it tends to be the circulation around the ball of my foot it just creates a lot of pain. It doesn't cut off my circulation, it just creates a lot of pain. So I have to like take my skate off and then let the swelling kind of go down, and then I put it back on. Especially if we're doing a lot of hard toe stop work, it really starts to cramp up around here. So I need to practice more in these. I've had these for maybe 2-3 years now. Yeah, it's been 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Also, when I first got the skates, where they have the lacing loop right here, this was another metallic leather similar to what's on the tongue, but it's a different shade. As soon as I put the laces through here, it ripped. So I had to send these directly back to Riedell, and I said just replace it with a solid, which I will suggest if you ever tend to get this metallic. It's very thin leather and it rips very easily. I would not get this in any important part, which is why they won't put it on the main body of the skate. I did do some heat molding for this to help with that squeezing problem right here in the toe area. It kind of helped, not great. There was something else that kind of was weird. I had to put a really thin, this is a smelly thing, to make the smelly stop. These are Shock Doctor insoles. You kind of can't see. They're for ice hockey skates. I needed them because I needed this one because I have, again, messed up feet. I have a high arch and a low arch and had to wear corrective shoes when I was a kid. Plus, their other insoles were too thick, so this one's very thin in the toe. So hopefully that'll help me. But anyway, that's what we have for this guy. Of course, my derby core laces, I typically don't like waxed, but this works out. Yeah. Good old roller skates. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So I originally tried on the Solaris boots at Boda's years ago, and I found that they fit the best for my feet because I have kind of wide feet. We're like a size 9 women's, and from all the other Riedells, I'm between a 7 and an 8. So I tried these on at Boda's, and they felt really comfortable while I was there. Again, these are size 7, so they fit fine. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I ordered these from Derby Warehouse, and I had them do a T-nut mount, which means that there's no bolts sticking up. It's just, oh, it's hard to see. Trying to zoom in. You just have that. I have had issues where the bolt would just fall out randomly, but I probably should take better care of that. But like I said, they fit fine. Like it's a normal, like it's the foot shape. Usually roller skates are not really made in the shape of a foot, or shoes in general are not a foot shape. They're pointy in the toe, and I don't have dainty little woman feet. I have these duck short toe. They're adorable, but they just not, yeah, they're not cute. Like most ladies have. So I liked how this has a natural foot shape that would fit a person's foot and not just be cute. But they still are a little tight. I mean, maybe I could have actually done a custom order to fit me correctly, but whatever. They've done me very well the past few years, so I'm happy with them.